University admission. I hope you're well. This is the last call for September 2023 intake. There's still a chance to apply. The following universities I've been receiving updates from the following universities where you still have a chance to get an admission. That includes De Montfort University, clearly, because I'm their direct partner, so we know that De Montfort University is still open for September 2023. Also, I can help you in accelerator application for Aston University, Bradford University, University of Huddersfield, Bradford University, their deadline was today. Oh, hi VBibs. Oh, hello, Kayvan. You should be preparing. Right, okay, so basically Bradford, their university, their deadline was today, 31st, so by the end of today's working day. So at the moment, it's nearly 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so you've got a couple of hours for Bradford. Huddersfield, Keele University, University of Greenwich, De Montfort University, and Middlesex University. Those universities, they still have places available for September 2023. That is your last opportunity to bring your dependents with you if you are a master's student. Now, let me tell you. Oh, good. You are preparing. That's good to know. Okay, right. So basically, the next point which I want to say is De Montfort University. Because I'm the direct partner, I can talk about that. The application deadline is middle of June. Okay, for September 2023 intake, middle of June. Deposits need to be paid by July. Okay, so you need to be able to if you are capable of that, or if you're in that position, that's what I'd recommend. And I've got some things to say for you, especially for West Africans. Students must be ready to pay. Okay, don't apply if you're not ready to pay. The reason being, please correct me if I'm wrong, Banti, Achiever, Otabila Samoa, VBibs, Abiola, Motosh Welsh, Rialta, you're all here, right? I just want to know, apparently Form A for West Africa will not be accepted for new students. Please correct me if I'm wrong. It takes around 3 to 4 months for the money to come from Nigeria, let's say, to the UK if you use the Form A. So what universities are recommending you do, that you must be ready to pay. You must show the evidence in your bank statements, and you need to find the correct way to pay, which is advised by the university. So it could be some universities use Flywire, some universities use otherwise Western Transfer. There's so many. So if you feel that that is for you, oh, hello, Ominoninomi. Okay, so basically that's the plan. If you are ready with all your documents, if you meet the English requirements and you have the means to pay the deposit on time in the advised ways of paying, then you do have time. I'll mention those universities again. Aston University, which is in Birmingham. Bradford's deadline is today, 5:30 p.m. Huddersfield University, they're very cooperative. They accept YX C6 or above in English language. I can help you with the application. Keele University, Greenwich University, De Montfort University, you know they accept YX C6 or above in English, and Middlesex. If that helps you, just dear me, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, you guys would be, I've just spoken to a couple just a few minutes ago, and they're applying for De Montfort University. I'm not going to mention names, so don't worry. But basically, like I said to them, I'm saying the same to you. So, since you're applying quite late, I have to make you a priority in order for you to meet the deadline, and to make sure that you're actually able to pay. Now, I've talked a lot. Is there any questions so far? Thank you. Right, any questions so far, guys? No questions at all. Okay, right. I do have some exciting news about other destinations, but I need to, like I told my new students who I called earlier, I need to get all the information before I actually share it with you. I might have to do, I don't know, a webinar, a video about another destination. It's about Canada, but I'm not going to talk about it right now. Wa alaikum assalam. Oh, okay. Right, if you have any questions, if not, I'm going to bring Emilia on, and then she's going to talk to you about something about IELTS as well. But do you have any questions? I need to know. Okay, right, okay, if you have, that's okay, you can ask me. I'm going to bring Emilia along. So let's see, accept, and she's going to talk to you about differences. Go live with IELTS. It's a bit dark. Let me put the light on. Is that better? Same difference. Right, Amelia should be coming along. Oh, there you go. Hello, Amelia, you okay?
Hi, yes, how are you?
I'm okay, I'm okay. Right, guys, I'm going to be talking to Amelia. Amelia's going to talk to you guys with regards to differences between parts 1, 2, and 3 of the speaking exam. If you still got any last-minute questions with regards to admission to September 2023 intake, just write them in the box and then we'll answer them. Right, so is there a difference between 1, 2, and 3 of the speaking exam?
There is. If you think about it, it is some sort of a progression from easier to more difficult questions, and I would say even setting. So part 1 is meant to help you relax. It's kind of the most predictable one. This is where you, apart from introducing yourself to the examiner, you can talk about yourself, and that's very important. So all the questions revolve around you. It can be you and rest, you and work, you and food, anything goes, really. There are no silly topics there, so yes, it can be anything apart from religion and politics.
Okay, so that's nice, and it's lukewarm water, talking about yourself. So
Yeah,
do I
you're
need to?
breaking the ice.
Yeah. So I mean, for example, if I was going to give the IELTS exam, would I still need to prepare for the speaking exam?
You do. I think it's a very, very good idea because first of all, you need to know what to expect. You want to know what to expect. Not everyone is comfortable speaking in formal situations. Mind you, for many candidates, it's obviously a high stakes exam. There is a lot of pressure. You don't want to fail. You don't want to have a lower score than expected or than requested by one of the institutions. And so you want to give yourself a chance to do your best.
Right.
And so I even have this conversation with native speakers preparing for the exam, simply because I guess you would not have a problem with this because you work in an academic setting. You know, you work in education, so you mostly you probably know what an examiner might be looking for. But native speakers, for example, struggle with the fact that all the questions are asked not because the examiners are looking for facts, want to establish something. Examiners ask those questions to make you speak.
Sorry, I've got to say hello to Calvin. Hi, Calvin. I'm a big fan. Sorry, I have to say that. He's a cool dude.
Hi, Calvin.
He's a cool dude. He promotes students to move out of the country and different parts of the world. So you might need yeah. So I just want to know, Amelia, can I pick and choose a topic, or would the topics be given to me for the speaking?
Topics are given to you. So all you can do is the choice you have is how you speak about a topic. And here I just want to give a little tip. There will be questions about things you have you don't have an experience of, or the things that you don't like talking about.
Yeah. That's what I'm worried about. That's what I'd be worried about.
Yeah. And so you still need to say something, right? Just because, for example, let's say the question is about swimming and you don't swim.
Yeah.
You can't say, I don't swim.
Yeah, you can't do that.
And stop talking, right? You need to probably say why you don't swim, or how you imagine people feel, those who swim, etc. Right? Silly example, but any topic, whether you like it or not, you still need to talk about it. Whether you have any experience
Oh
or
my
not, you need
goodness.
to talk about
Amelia,
it.
sorry, can I just,
Hi.
I keep butting in. I'm so rude. Waka Waka Doctor, he's another cool dude, a very, very big influencer, just like Calvin. We don't know his name, but he is the doctor who actually promotes all of Africa to actually leave the country and for a better life in another country. So thank you for being here. I feel so honored today. What's going on? This is
Welcome.
great. Hi
Do you
guys,
have
I'm
any
Mohammed.
questions? Do ask.
Any questions with regard to September? He doesn't need to, but yeah, basically, guys, before I go back to media, if you have any admission requirements, September 2023 is the last opportunity for you to bring your dependents. I knew he's going to talk about Leicester City. I knew it. I'm still
And
heartbroken.
Afsana is the person to work with if you want to do it right.
You know, I'm going to taunt you forever about Leicester City. Okay, I need my T-shirt back, Doctor, because I gave him a Leicester City T-shirt, so I think I need to go back. But yes, basically what it is, my friends, for those of you who are wearing I'm not like headlining. I'm just saying that the last opportunity to come with your dependent is September 2023. There are still certain universities that do have places. They realize that they will not get those students in January, which includes Aston, De Montfort University, as you know, because I'm a direct partner. The deadline is middle of June. You need to pay a deposit by July if you have the means. If you've got the documents, I will prioritize your case because you are applying quite late. So I need to make sure that if I take on your case, I will have to prioritize in order for you to meet the deadline. Otherwise, it's a bit of a waste of time for all of us. Just to let you know. Right. Sorry, going back to IELTS. Sorry about that.
It's all right. Yes, so progression from easier to more difficult. Progression from you in part 1, you still in part 2, but it gets more difficult because now you don't have a question answer, and you need to fill 2 minutes with what you want to say on a topic, so it gets more difficult. And then part 3, which is about abstract general things. So it's not about you anymore. It's about the society. It's about different groups, men, women, the young, the old. Anything goes really. But you are not talking about you. You're not talking me, my mommy, my brother. You're talking about abstract general things.
Okay.
So in part 1, tell me about you and, for example, the foods you like, right? You talk about you. You don't go general. This is one big mistake that everyone is making. If I am to give you one tip in terms of what not to do during the IELTS speaking exam, is to make sure that during part 1, you speak about yourself, you don't go into general terms. So you basically refer to your own experience, whether you have it or not. And in part 3, you talk about general things. So it's not about you, it's about bigger things.
Okay.
That's the main
difference. Right. Sorry. Yes. No. I get it. Thank you so much for that, Amelia. I didn't realize. I mean, we all think that speaking is our strength compared to the other 3 skills. But yeah, there is a lot of thought that you need to put into it, and it starts off lukewarm, and then it gets a bit more complex. So the more advanced your English level, the more comfortable. But yeah, you need to prepare. So thank you for that insight. That's really very helpful. And I hope, guys, even if you're from West Africa and your English is fantastic, you still need to prepare if you are doing the IELTS exam for part 2 and part 3 in particular. Would you agree?
I would, because what happens is that when students, those who think they are good with it, you can see it, you can see the face, and you know, oh, another confident person. And that's totally fine. We want you to be confident. But when it sort of works to your detriment, that's not a good thing. So a little bit of humility, a little bit of preparation. One of the things that may happen is that you may think you're ready, and then after 30 seconds have nothing to say in part 2. We'll be talking about part 2 of the speaking test during our next live next week.
Yeah.
So I'll dive into it in more detail, but in general, one of the worst mistakes one can make is to think too much of themselves and not to prepare.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much. On that note, I'm going to bid you goodbye, and we will see you very, very soon with regards to your next topic. So thank you very much, Emilia.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye. Right, ladies and gentlemen, that's my friend Emilia. As you can see, I just did typo error for those of you. I don't know who else is watching. Oh, okay. Right. So some of you are watching. I just want to say I did a typo error. Places are available for September, but they're running out. Let's say Bradford University, their deadline is today, 5 p.m. I've written down, Waka Waka Doctor, he said, is there any chance of a September? Yes, there is, but I would highly recommend, please do not use Form A to transfer your deposit, because that takes around please, someone correct me. Dennis, if you could let me know. Muhammad Salis, if you could let me know. Form A, let's say, I'm going to talk about Nigeria here, but it could be Ghana, it could be other parts of Africa. It takes about 3 to 4 months for it to transport from West Africa to UK. If it takes 3 to 4 months for it to transfer, I would highly recommend you do not do that. Don't do that, because you're just putting its false hopes. Use the university's recommended method of payment. It'll be on the offer letter. Please follow that rather than using a Form A. I know many of you students, you actually submit the Form A, you submit it to me, it's Afsana, pass it on to the university. I do that, but the universities know, Nigeria, they know that it takes time, and they cannot afford to wait for 4 months before you issue the CAS. You need the CAS as soon as you pay the deposit, right? So as soon as you paid it using the recommended method of payment that the university advises you, which is written on their offer letter. If it's not on there, go to their website. Everything's on there, so you can find out which is the best way of paying, and then you can pay. So I just want to tell you these tips so that it'd be quicker for you if you've been planning and planning and planning. We cannot go above the law, as you can tell. Now, I need to ask someone, I don't know if any of you guys have got any connections with anybody. Remember in UKVI, they said, oh, hello, engineer. My engineer friends are here as well. Right, so remember the law said that dependents are allowed to come if the student is actually a research student. Now, guess what? Isn't there 2 types of research degrees at master's level? There's Masters of Research and Master of Philosophy. So I've actually asked Demography University, I've asked other universities that I work with, that will dependents be allowed to come on an MRes or an MPhil. I'm still waiting for that. I don't know if that's a loophole. I'm just thinking, I shouldn't be saying this probably, but is that a loophole? I'm not sure, but I need to find out. If anybody knows, do let me know. But MPhil is a research degree. MRes is a research degree. I need to find out whether you can come with your dependents for that if you got that inclination of research. Now, just quick FYI about MRes and MPhil, okay, that you actually need to know what you can do research on. So you need to do a research proposal. If you need more help with that, let me know. Then I might have to bring people from universities to talk to you how to write a research proposal. There's another product that I know, for those who are inclined to do a PhD, you think, I've got a first class, I've got a really good degree and I want to do a PhD. I don't help with PhD programs, but what I do is I could help you with a pre-PhD program. I will need to do a live about this and give you a PowerPoint kind of thing, where it's a 14-week online course, pre-PhD, where you will be trained how to have a digital presence, because when you start publishing papers, you will need to have a digital presence, number 1. Number 2, they will teach you how to write a proposal for a PhD. And number 3, finding ways of funding. Okay, so the whole purpose of that pre-PhD program, for certain markets, I'm not going to say how much it is, but I can get, including scholarship for my students, I can get a scholarship. So the fee for the 14-week online pre-PhD program is £3,000. Okay. It's £3,000, including a really heavy scholarships for my students. So if you feel that you want to go down the PhD route, I'm not saying that when you do a pre-PhD program that you are guaranteed a PhD. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that if you, all this time you're thinking of doing a master, but you think, hold on, I think I would like to go for a PhD route, there is a course that prepares you, the proposal, preparing it with a digital presence, and yeah, main thing, and finding ways for funding. And it's 15 weeks, it's online, you do it at home. If that's something that you're interested in, I do have access to that, so I can help you with the admission for that. Again, last I'm going to say this, basically there are still places at De Montfort University. Let me find out the names of the university so you know, for those of you coming in late. Why are you coming in late? You know we're coming on a Wednesday at 1 o'clock. Okay, right, Aston University, Huddersfield University, Keele University, Greenwich University, De Montfort Ovs, till middle of June, and Middlesex University. If you want to get an offer at any of those places, but you need to make sure you've got all your documents. Don't give me half-hearted documents. Oh, another thing, please don't do this. Some of you are taking pictures of your documents on your table or on the carpet or on the bed. Don't do that. These documents actually go into the admissions department, so you need to make sure either use a flat scanner or you actually take a good picture, quality picture, but don't chop things off like the signature, and don't make it fuzzy. Does that make any sense? It's going to the admissions, obviously you've got to make sure that it's of high quality, but that's what I'm going to say with regards to university offers. I'm going to repeat it again. I'm sorry if I'm being repetitive. If you are ready to come for September, not a problem. I would not recommend you, for new applicants, to use Form A if you are from West Africa, because the money transfer takes 3 to 4 months. So just use the advised recommended method of payment according to the university once you've got the offer letter. If the university that I work with, if they require YXC 6 or above in English language, then just DM me. Some universities do, some don't, so it depends what you want to study. For those of you might be asking, what about scholarships, Ma? Okay, I'll tell you, Bangor is up to 4,000, Huddersfield is up to £4,000, Keele is up to, they're very generous, £5,000, De Montfort University is up to £3,000 if you pay the whole fee in advance. Okay, so there are conditions have to apply, but these are the possible scholarships. Right, any questions? Like I've said earlier, I do have another destination for you. If UK isn't your thing, I'm going to still stick with the UK because I'm from the UK. I'm a direct partner for UK University. There are some of your students who would like to come, so I will continue to promote UK universities. But it's not for everybody. I totally understand that. And for that reason, you know me, I try to solve problems. I do have destination at a college. I don't want to say too much. My husband said, don't say too much without knowing all the information. So yes, I do know, I have a connection, authorized partnership with a college in Canada. It's a healthcare program. I don't want to say too much, but they have 6 intakes. The admission requirement is ever so easy. I still need to find out initial deposits, dependents, visa requirements, payment plans, things like that. Once I've know everything, I'll invite all of you guys, and then you can all listen exactly how you can go to Canada like this. It's a training program. It's a certificate, 9 months. I don't want to say more because you'll keep asking me questions and I won't know how to answer them yet. I need to get that, because up to now, I've actually just focused on the UK. But now with Canada, a lot of students are saying, no, Afsana, if you've got any other way to help students, you must help them. So I do, but I need to get the information first. Right, I'm babbling on. Thanks, Kelvin. Right, I like his stuff. I like his content. Right, any questions? If not, I'm off for lunch. Any questions? It's half term in the UK, so the kids are at home, so I've got to make lunch for them. Any questions so far? Not at all. Okay. Don't worry, don't panic. Keep talking to me, DM me, not a problem. That's my job. Okay, it's my job to actually help you with the process, no matter where you go. That's my job. So I do that as a living, so not a problem. So I think we're good to go. Right. In terms of content, I've actually not been posting that much because I've been away for the last couple of days. So I've had my 24th wedding anniversary. So my husband and I went away for 3 days. We went to Worcestershire. So that's why I thought I'd just leave the phone and the laptop at home so that I could just take it easy, really. And now I'm back, so I will carry on posting. So don't worry, I haven't forgotten you guys. Lots of information to come. Right, DM me if you need anything. Until next time, my friends, take care. Bye-bye.